he was abusing me. In his case, because he was older than me, and I said, gee, I'll just do things for older people. And so while we're talking about this whole thing, what I want you to understand is that I made that pivot. This is about over 5 or 6 years ago. Hi everyone, it's John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. And I want to thank you so much for continuing to subscribe to not only this channel, but all my other great channels at believemeachieve.com. So together we can become better versions of ourselves. All right, guys, one of the most important things in life, and it oftentimes gets neglected in business and in your personal life. And what is that? That's you. Yes, you. I mean me, but it's you. And so a lot of times you get wrapped up in things. Maybe you burn the candle at two ends and you don't recognize the fact that you need to take care of you. So your body is going to tell you when it needs a break. When you get those gentle reminders, take heed of that caution and take a break. You see, because if you don't take a break, your body's going to force you to take a break, and trust me, it's not going to be in a way that you're going to really enjoy. When I say take care of you, I'm also talking about your well-being, not just about your health and getting good sleep and good nutrition, and those are common things, right? Of course, there's exercise and stuff like that, but what am I also talking about? I'm talking about you, I'm talking about your mental abilities. I'm referring to things like if you're around people and they're negative, don't let people bring you down. Don't let people discourage you. Don't let people get you to unsubscribe to your own beliefs. You see, I've known so many people that have been so close to making it big. And the reason they don't is because their mother, their brother, their father, their sister, their cousin, their boyfriend, their girlfriend, significant other tells them they can't or they're no good at it. And so what happens is everything in our world is a perception. Those perceptions actually create our reality. Now you heard me talk about thoughts, right? Thoughts become reality. The important thing to understand is that wherever our thoughts are going, that's where the energy is going to flow. So if people are making you feel negative, if people are, let's say, stifling you from achieving the promises, the desires, the aspirations, you got to take care of you. Let me give you a perfect example, and I'm got a great story about this from several years ago. I was helping a gentleman older than me, and it could be older, could be younger, doesn't matter. And many of you guys know I'm an engineer, so I always like to volunteer and help people, especially older people, just being nice and being courteous. And he was a neighbor. And so he would always ask me for help, and I would go down, spend 5 or 10 minutes. But then later on, it started becoming more than 5 or 10 minutes. And I was always happy to give 5 or 10 minutes. But I'd go down around 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and I sometimes wouldn't get back into my driveway till 1 o'clock in the morning. They might say, gee, John, what happened? Well, I get down there and he has a computer problem. Oh, gee, John, while you're here, my TV's not working. So again, each individual thing doesn't sound like it would take a lot of time, but what he did is, well, you know what, I'll take you for lunch tomorrow. And I really didn't care about lunch. I was just trying to help him. But then I'm like, wow, look at the time. It was 8 o'clock, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11, 12, 12. I spent 5 hours here. Look at the time. I spent over 5 hours here. So I realized that when I got back at 1 o'clock, and you guys know that I do my shows, and I always promise to get them out before my head hits the pillow, and I close my eyes and go to sleep and enjoy a nice night rest. I realized that when I got back, I was tired. And even though I was getting these shows out about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, I realized there was no reason to do this, that I was actually causing this. Well, you might say the gentleman caused it. Well, yes, he did. But you see, it was my choice to go help him. So after this happened for quite a long time, I realized that he was actually abusing me, either indirectly or directly. It also came down to the fact that he wanted me to do work for a family member, which I did, and I actually sent them a bill. When I sent them a bill, they didn't pay it. So I politely called them up and let them know that I did work for them 30 days ago, 45 days ago, 90 days ago, 180 days ago, 365 days ago. I still haven't gotten paid. And so don't worry, we'll get it to you. And so I called them back another time. We're now almost a year and a half. I said, this is like crazy. And they said, oh, you'll have to talk to X because, he'll take care of it for us. So I called X and I said, it's been over a year and a half and I haven't even gotten a partial payment, like anything. And they were really nasty. They're like, you'll get it. And so I dropped by his house and I said, look, I still haven't gotten the money. It's going to start accruing interest now. And, I was fair. Every time you guys need something, I'm always there. I got a check sent to me. And after that check was sent to me, he stopped doing more than just saying hello. That's right. All he did was say hello to me. He didn't want to have conversations. Apparently, the fact that I pursued wanting my money after a year and a half, which I think was reasonable, there was not even a $10 payment. He decided that I was somebody he didn't want to talk to anymore. He realized that I woke up in the fact that he was abusing me. In his case, because he was older than me, and I said, gee, I'll just do things for older people. And so while we're talking about this whole thing, what I want you to understand is that I made that pivot. This is about over 5 or 6 years ago. And since then, I'm cognizant of when I help somebody. Does that mean I always need to get something back? No. But I have to realize that if I'm going to give something, I either have to get something back in return or I have to be okay with giving it up. Some people that gamble, which I don't, when I go to the casino, I have one pocket, I put that money in the machine. Any money that comes back in the left pocket, I don't put back in the machine again. It's a feeling you get. It's a gut you get. So you got to take care of you, and that means not letting others abuse you in relationships, whether it's platonic or non-platonic. It's just the way it is. You need to take care of you, because if you don't, you won't be well, and you'll never be able to help the ones you care and love so much for. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's always a privilege, pleasure, and honor to be with you this fantastic day, and whenever you choose to watch, remember to subscribe, so that YouTube and all the other great social media engines can actually optimize so they'll be able to feature this to other people that want to improve their lives just like you. You can also check out my TikTok and many other pieces of content by you can visit and check out many of my other great content portfolios by visiting believemeachieve.com. And remember, before you go, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in another video real soon.